Here with us, mga kaibigan, is no other than James T. Osugi. He's the founder ng Kiko Technology, mga kaibigan. And he came here all the way from where he came from, mga kaibigan. At nandito siya ngayon. James, good morning sa iyo. At magandang umaga sa iyo. That's how he said. And together with James, mga kaibigan, ay kasama rin po niya ay walang iba ang ating kilalang guwapo, mga kaibigan. Kasing payat ko rin to, mga kaibigan. At walang tatalo talagang former Congressman of the 1st District of Nueva Caycandang, Ecija, mga kaibigan. No other than Congressman Rene Diaz.
Salamat. It's an honor to appear in your show.
Yes, sir. We'll start first with Kiko, with the founder of Kiko Technology, mga kaibigan, James Osugi. I'll give you a chance to greet our viewers. There's a lot of them watching right now, James.
Good morning, everybody. So pleased to be on this radio or television program here, and I would like to explain and present our technology, Kiko Technology, which has wonderful benefits. Society, to the environment, to our food supply, economic value, and what a better place than host it here in the Philippines.
That's good. And actually, I've seen this also on the report, mga kaibigan. Pero dito, medyo magkakaduguan tayo ng konti ng ilong dito, mga kaibigan. Dahil talagang we'll interpret it in Tagalog also. But even we'll be talking in English and I'll be able to practice my English. Together with Congressman Rene Diaz. Congressman, baka gusto niyo bumati sa mga kababayan.
Magandang tanghali sa lahat ng ating kababayan. Ako yung natutuwa at nagkaroon kami ng pagkakataon upang madala itong magandang balita sa atin. Happy New Year sa inyong lahat at panoorin nyo itong show. At palagay ko matututo kayo at mapapakinggan nyo kung ano ang biyayang madadala sa inyo nitong bagong teknolohiya na ito.
Alright, that's Congressman Rene Guapo Diaz, mga kaibigan. Pero alam niyo, mga kaibigan, before we start with James himself, mga kaibigan, the founder of Kiko Technology, tungkol dito sa Wonder Plastic na medyo tumutunog. Ano ito, mga kaibigan? Alam niyo ba kung anong kayang gawin na ito? May papakita po kami sa inyo, kinoffer po ng NETV-CH48. Makikita ninyo, bago tayo mag-umpisa, ng ating interview. Watch this. We'll be back. Watch it.
Nagtungo ang mga agriculturist ng Nueva Ecija papuntang La Pastarla kamakailan para sa ani ng masaganang buhay, isang proyekto ng provincial government para sa mga magsasakang Nueva Ecijano. Dumalaw sa isang palayan na ginagamitan ng makabagong paraan ng pagpapalaki ng palay ang mga agriculturist. Ito ang tinatawag na Kiko Technology. Ito ay makabago at ligtas para sa kalikasan na paraan kung saan maaaring ihalo sa tubig at ibaon sa lupa sa taniman ang isang tube na naglalaman ng technology. Kitang-kita ang magandang tubo ng palay sa mga ginamita ng Kiko Technology at ang pagkakaiba ng Kiko rice field sa mga lugar na hindi ginamitan ng Kiko Technology.
Sa ngayon, sa nakita namin na stand ng palay dun sa control at saka yung in-applyan ng Kiko Technology, may pagkakaiba sa plant height, sa tiller. Yung medyo mapusyabang kulay at medyo maliit yung hindi ginamitan ng Kiko. Pero itong mga ginamitan ng Kiko, nakita mo berde-berde, mataas ang height ng palay, marami siyang suwe, yung tiller na tinatawag. So medyo doon pa lang may pagkakaiba. Pero malalaman natin ito kung sa panahon ng anihan. Doon sa talagang diferensya nung magiging ani, nung hindi ginamitan sa kanong ginamitan.
Ito ay isang proyekto na i-apply sa Nueva Ecija sa tulong na rin ng provincial government sa pangunguna ng ama ng lalawigan, Governor Aurelio Oyi Matches Umali. Dadalaw muli ang mga agriculturists sa anihan ng palay na ginamitan ng Kiko Technology upang personal na makita ang ganda at dami ng kaban na aanihin ng Kiko rice field.
Sa nakita ko naman, wala namang masama kung i-apply natin sa Nueva Ecija dahil malaking tulong ito kung talagang malaki ang diferensya ng magiging ani sa sulat ng nakagawa ng ating mga farmer at itong gagamitan natin Kiko Technology. Yung diferensya ng 30 kabans, napakalaki ang bagay para sa ating magsasaka. So, walang dahilan para hindi natin ito gamitin sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya nga andito yung ating mga techno-demo coordinators ng bawat bayan ng ating lalawigan sa Nueva Ecija para makita nila yung resulta ng ginamitan ng Kiko. Nang sa ganon, sila na mismo ang nakakita magpaliwanag sa ating mga magsasaka. Nang sa ganon, itong cropping season na to ay magamit natin.
Sa mga darating na panahon ay makikita na ang dami ng kaban na kayang i-produce ng rice field na ginamitan ng Kiko Technology. Ang magandang aning hatid nito sa Tarlac ay maaaring makamit ng ating mga magsasaka sa tulong ng proyekto ng ating Gobernador Aurelio Matias Umali, ang ani ng masaganang buhay. Para sa TV48 at DWNE sa programang Double P at Double B, Amber Salazar, naghahatid ng balita.
We're back, mga kaibigan. This is Double P, mga kaibigan. Nakita na ninyo yung sa Kiko Technology. It's about rice fields. It's about tungkol sa pagpapalaki o pagpapatubo ng palay, mga kaibigan. And with us is no other than yung founder mismo, mga kaibigan, ng Kiko Technology or Energizing Water. Mga kaibigan, is no other than, well, let's call him James, no? Osugi. James, mga kaibigan, by the way, no, pasensya na kayo, I have to speak in English because James speaks in English. You're American, right?
American by birth, but Japanese by blood.
By blood, no? So your roots come from Japan.
From Japan,
From
right.
Japan, okay. Can I call you James?
Yes, please.
All right,
Please
James. I'm Double P. All right. Anyway, James. James is the founder of Kiko Technology. Siya ang founder ng Kiko Technology. And with this, how did your roots is Japan. You're in the United States. You were born there.
Yes.
Right.
Born
And
there.
you're a full. You're an American citizen. What do you do in the United States?
Well,
How'd you come in with this technology? What are you really into? Like you finished studies with regard to?
yeah, I went to school in the United States University, but my first job was actually in the aerospace industry. NASA was a contractor, and I worked starting in 1969 on the Man to the Moon program. And the basic material was the same as water, hydrogen and oxygen. Of course, in the space propulsion industry, we use that for fuel. So if you mix hydrogen at very low temperatures, oxygen at very low temperatures, explode it, boom, you get the spacecraft. Projection. You can do the same thing with water. Of course, less power, less propulsion, less volcanic force. It's actually called kinetic energy, but the principle's exactly the same.
So you got this, like you were doing this for NASA.
I did this for NASA, but after many years, I was in other industries. I was running my own business in water treatment. I was a consultant for Fortune 500 firms. But in 2005, I just woke up, boom. I have something here that can be a game changer for agricultural and fisheries application. And this is how Kiko started off with. It came as a dream. I woke up one morning, I said, I have the formula. The next 6 years...
That would revolutionize agriculture.
That would revolutionize agriculture and fisheries. And so the next 6 years, I spent work in 23 countries to see how it applies to water, soil, different environments, different rainfall, different temperatures, different crops. And after 6 years, I've decided that the Philippines is probably the best place to bring this technology, showcase it, not just for Nueva Ecija, showcase it for the rest of the Philippines, and showcase it for the rest of Asia. If that hits, of course,
it will help mankind.
You move into other, exactly, it helps mankind, it helps with the environment. The best part is, it helps with the farmers.
It helps the farmers.
Without the farmers, we have no food.
Now, going back to you, James, so with this one, when you came out with the idea, so you started working on it, no? And you came up with what?
The technology. Actually, the technology is using nature. These are what they are. They're volcanic resins. I source it from Japan. They are naturally a high amount of latent kinetic energy. What I have to do then is reprocess it to store more energy into it.
So latent kinetic energy coming from
volcanic stones. Volcanic
stones,
right.
From Japan.
From Japan.
All right.
And then repackage them if I throw this in the rice fields or fish, it doesn't look very good. So these are basically the containers. And you don't need many of these. 3 to 5 of these per hectare will increase production by increasing photosynthesis.
Yes, which is very important.
Crops don't grow without photosynthesis.
I learned that in elementary.
That's right.
In grade school.
Right. So instead of trying to change the seeds or changing fertilizers or changing farm management or changing equipment, why don't we just change the water?
So you energize the water
We
using
energize the water.
And using 5 of those in a given hectare.
Right. 3 to 5 of these in a given hectare will increase the root mass of a crop.
Yeah,
It will increase below the soil at least 20% root mass.
In effect, if there's 20% more,
Above the ground,
will be 20%
you
more.
should have at least 20%, depending on the crop. With rice, we should get 20 to 40% more. With
Harvest.
wheatgrass, we up to 65% more. We can do mangoes, we can do papaya, we can do coconut seedlings.
You can
and
do
a very
anything.
good one is we are now doing work with sugar cane seedlings. Yes, there's 2 factors here. One is absorption of water. Water contains oxygen,
Yes.
so the plants grow better.
Yeah.
Photosynthesis increases. But here's one that very few people don't recognize. Plants also absorb environmental pollution. That environmental pollution is called CO2, global warming.
Yes.
So plants absorb it, so what you can basically have is a better air, better environment, because the plants will absorb it. CO2 is not so good for humans, but for plants, it's food.
Good. It's food. Yeah.
It's food.
You're right.
It's a nice balancing. Nature has this formula in front of us. It takes people like ourselves to put this formula into everyday practical applications.
And the wonder of it, you don't alter it. You just ride with
Kung
it.
ano yung
You
ginagawa
just
mo,
ride that horse.
pati yung
Correct.
buto na tinatanim mo, ganun din. Wala kang papalitan eh.
Wala kang papalitan.
Ito lang lalagyan.
Ilulublob mo lang to.
Oo.
Yun lang ang gagawin mo.
Oo.
And then, magbabawas ka pa sa fertilizer.
Pwede kang magbawas. James, how much fertilizer can you reduce initially?
Normally, in the rice industry, they'll use anywhere from, let's say, 6 to 9 bags per fertilizer per harvest. We can probably reduce it by 2 bags every time, 2 to 4 bags. So
Pababa
that's a
ng
good
pababa.
20,
Mga
maybe
30%
20,
on the
30,
average.
40% decrease. It depends on the soil conditions now, a little bit, and the nutrients in the soil.
So may mga iba pang factors, mga kaibigan, no, na siyempre babawas mo yung fertilizer. Tama, Congressman Rene, no? And then, pag nagbawas ka, more or less ang target 20 to 40%. Depende sa lupa mo. May mga iba pang factors na involved. Pero magbabawas ka.
Pwede kang magbawas at may mga nag-eksperimento nga. Eventually, wala na eh. Wala nang chemical fertilizer. Kasi maraming nalalason dyan sa chemical fertilizer.
Hindi, at saka ano?
Pati yung ilog natin nalalason.
Nalalason. Pati
Yeah.
isda.
Isipin
Sabi
mo yan. Kung Nueva Ecija will be known as the center for organic farming. Ang organic products, mas mahal. So, nilalaki yung kita ng magsasaka.
Totoo yun.
Ganyan lang kasi.
Totoo yun.
Doon
Organic
tayo
yan.
patungo.
Oo, doon patungo.
At yan
Saan
ang
yung, paano
nakita.
nyo nalaman ni Governor to, Congressman Rene?
Nakilala ko si James, nakumbinsi ko rito sa Nueva Ecija, binalita ko kay Governor ay umali. 10 seconds, dali natin sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya andito na.
Alam mo naman si Gov, eh. Basta
Mabilis
magsasaka.
siya. Hindi, tsaka,
Sigurado.
meron siyang programa, yung
Amo.
uhay, ano,
Amo.
sa ani sa masaganang uhay.
Amo. Oh.
Doon ipapasok itong programa na ito.
Right.
Oo.
At successful yung amo na yan, ha?
Oh,
Actually,
pero ang pinifinance nun, ang tinutulungan nun, ay yung pataba na
Yes.
chemical.
yes.
So pupunta ngayon tayo sa mas natural, mas mabuti, at gumaganda. Makikita mo dito sa mga sample, mas maganda ang yield ng palay, mas matigas, mas mataas ang recovery sa rice mill. Yun ang lumabas dun sa mga experimentation dati.
Yes.
Will this work with vegetables?
Well, vegetables have the same principle as a rice. It has roots, it grows in soil, and you'll get at least 20% more biomass or more root structure. The stuff will grow up the ground is basically vegetables. We're doing eggplants, you can do onions, you can do lettuce, and the above the soil is the plant itself, the leafy vegetable. They taste better.
All right.
Meron tayong experiment
taste
dyan sa
better.
labas din eh. Nakita rin ng ating mga agriculturists. May mga gulay na tinanim, petsay, mustasa, ampalaya, talong. Tama, mas maganda, mas masarap, at hindi gaanong gumagamit ng pesticide.
On the way to, in the future,
Hindi,
full
doon.
organic, mas maganda yung gano'n eh, di ba?
Siyempre, dahil kahit
mahal.
saan sa buong mundo, pag pumunta po kayo sa grocery o sa tindahan, yung organic mas mahal.
Oo, totoo
O
yun.
di pag mas malaki yung kita, nagbaba ka ng abono at saka mas mababa ang gastos. Anong resulta dito sa ilalim? Mas kikita yung magsasakang Nueva Ecija.
So, how do you apply this with vegetables?
Well, we do the same principle as with rice.
In rice, you dip it inside.
You have
the paddy.
irrigation wells, you have tanks, deep
right.
wells. We put it in the water. And as the water flows, it carries the energy. And this water can flow for very long distances. It can carry, a few of these cartridges can cover 100 by 100 meters, which is a hectare. So in vegetables, you do have a water tank. You can put it in there. Some people with small gardens can spray it. Others can then take this cartridge, stick them in the ground where your vegetable patches are, maybe one of these for every 20, 30 meters apart, and your vegetables will grow wonderfully good.
Wow.
It's kinetic energy. And you're thinking, how can kinetic energy just, okay, I understand kinetic energy can carry in water because water is H2O.
Yeah.
But how can kinetic energy carry in the soil? It looks like dirt, there's no water. Well, it's not true. All dirt, all soil has at least 20 or 30% moisture. And what is moisture? Water, H2O. So the principle of the Kiko technology is to vibrate the water, the oxygen in the water.
To energize it.
To energize it. That's the true definition. We're actually called vibration or harmonics of oxygen. And if you have a large 100 by 100 meters of soil and you're vibrating it slowly, eventually that whole soil or the moisture will be energized.
You talked about aquaculture. Well, I know, because we have fish ponds in our province.
It's very strong in
very
tilapia.
strong in tilapia. In our province, it's also strong in bangus or milkfish.
Yes, milkfish, right.
So, the principle is oxygenating water.
No.
Actually,
No.
or probably airing water, no? As far as traditional and the high-intensive aqua farmers in the Philippines,
They put more air.
That's why they have these paddles. Well, I'll start off with that. I know, you know much better than this one. But they put paddles or what they call aerators.
That's correct.
Now, we do that, but the biggest question is it correct?
That's good. The Kiko technology can help change this industry. The traditional industry, like you says, is use paddle wheels, create a lot of oxygenation, put more oxygen in, thinking oxygen is life for the aquafish. It can be crabs, it can be lapu-lapu, it can be shrimps.
All farmable fish.
All farmable fish.
Yeah.
But the biggest culprit, the biggest problem fish have is mortality rate caused by their own waste. This waste is ammonia.
Yes.
Ammonia.
Yes, that's
So
right.
when they saturate the pond, the ammonia and the water comes into their mouth, and they have a natural filtration system. This is called a gill, G-I-L-L,
Gills,
which is a
yeah.
membrane.
Ano
they
ba tawag
separate
natin
it.
sa Tagalog sa
Hasang.
gills? Hasang,
Hasang.
mga ka.
So it's a gill. However, when they become clogged or dirty, they will die. So the business here is that we separate the ammonia using Kiko technology from the water. So when it comes in, the gills work very easily. It separates the ammonia. So the ammonia doesn't build up in their body. Once it builds up to a certain level, they die.
They die.
So the business model that we have chosen is to, again, help with the farmers. We help the farmers as soon as the spawns or eggs are born, they go to a fingerling size. The average death rate, not just in the Philippines, but in the world, is about 30% to 90% of all hatcheries die around the world is because our
10%
water
lang
doesn't vibrate
nagsusurvive.
fast enough. If you make it vibrate faster, the ammonia separates. Instead of having a very high mortality rate, there's more fish plentiful. Plus, it tastes better. So economically, again, my goal is to help the farmers, but if they can produce a better product with less mortalities, How about the housewives that buy these fish? Don't you think it'll taste better if that fish doesn't have ammonia inside of it?
Yes,
of
definitely
course.
it will taste better.
So now we've helped society at the same time.
Actually, why pork? Why animals? Why the pig, chicken? Why also the carabao and the cows? This also works for them?
Yeah, these are applications. Again, we're using kinetic energy to influence water. Water.
Water is source of life. Eh?
Water is the source of life. Do animals drink water?
Yes,
do livestock drink water?
Yes.
Do plants absorb water? Yes. How about humans?
We
haven't even talked about humans.
Yes.
There's an application for humans, obviously. And it's very, very safe.
I see. So, paano naapektuhan yung production mo ngayon? So, in terms of production-wise, sa mga naman nagbababoy, mga nagmamanok, yung mga may mga kalabaw, paano?
Siyempre, mas healthy yung hayop at saka mas lalaki. Ganyan lang naman ang labanan, di ba?
Just like parang fish, di ba? When you improve the
Parang halaman.
what they breathe. Actually,
Yung
they
halaman,
also breathe.
pag healthy, di magkakasakit, mas maganda ang ani. Simple lang naman yun eh. Di ba? Pag
mas malusog.
Mas malusog ka.
Mas
Hindi ka
malusog.
madali magkasakit.
Is this like oxygenated water?
Not really. Again, it's to increase the harmonics or vibration of the oxygen in the water. That's different than oxygenation.
You're talking of the molecules.
We're talking about molecule level.
H2O.
H2O at the molecular
And the
level.
energy that they
And
create,
the energy they
which
create.
is kinetic.
Which is kinetic energy.
All right. How does it affect farming in relation to pesticides?
That's a good question, huh?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of a pesticide? It's basically, pesticides, as you know, is to remove or damage or kill insects that are growing either in the ground or on the plant. But suppose you energize that water and you reduce, maybe not totally eliminate, but you reduce the number of pests, bugs, parasites. Then can you cut down certain pesticides?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. That's our objective. At times, there may be a requirement for pesticides is because the soil is so badly damaged. These insects, the only way you get rid of the insect is to use a pesticide. But maybe it's only a temporary relief, not a continuous one. But if you energize the water, that energized water will simply adjust the sensories. Remember, insects also have a sensory
Sensories, yes.
If we can change that through vibration, the plants, the bugs may not can coexist without eating your plants. If that's the case, can we reduce pesticides?
Of course.
So I don't have an answer for everything. I'll give you the dilemma, and this is the reason why Congressman Diaz is working and trying to influence CLSU, CIFTEC. These are brilliant scientists. Work with us. Find a solution to all this. Work with me.
Yun ang sinasabi natin.
Now-
What about Erie?
Pati Erie and pati Pilrice.
80 as well.
Kaya lang,
Feedback.
nakikipag-usap ako sa ating pamahalaan na dagdagan yung pera ng ating research agencies para tulungan ito.
Do you have a website for Kiko Technology?
Yes, we do. www.kikotechnology.com.
Can we take that down and we'll show it on screen all the time? www.kikotechnology.com.
You can go kikotechnology.com/Facebook.
Yun.
You can go /YouTube. And there are photographs of various installations we have.
All right. Okay. Mga kaibigan, no, yung nakikita nyo on screen right now, which is kikotechnology.com, pwede nyo /Facebook, mas marami pa kayong makikita, o kaya /YouTube ninyo. Marami kayong mapapanood.
Tapos
Doon
may
po,
suggestion
tungkol sa
ako,
Kiko Technology.
kung pwedeng i-upload natin itong segment na ito sa YouTube. Para
Yes.
pwede rin nilang panoorin.
Oh, ba? Sure. But you a chance, Congressman Rene, to address our viewers again before I let you go.
Muna po ako nagpapasalamat, hindi lang dito sa ating stasyon, kay Philip, sa ating gobernador, sa namumuno sa ating lalawigan, kay James, dito sa pagkakataon na gagawin natin na ang talagang papakalatin natin ang aplikasyon nitong teknolohiyang to dito sa Nueva Ecija, sa Pilipinas, at saka sa buong mundo. Salamat po at magkikita pa naman tayong madalas.
You filed for Congress, right?
Opo. Muli po tayong nag-aalok ng paglilingkod bilang kinatawan ng unang distrito ng lalawigan ng Nueva Ecija.
I see. 3 kayo. ngayon?
Palagay ko may dalawang nag-aalok din. Kaya
Nag-aalok
lang,
din.
tayo lang po ang may talagang karanasang ng-Congressman.
Ay, tested
Kumbaga
yan.
sa-
At saka yung water, sa mga magsasaka, dami mo na nagawa.
Kasi akala ko, pag may irigasyon na, tapos na ang problema eh.
Hindi pala,
Hindi pa pala. Kaya ito naman ang nakuha natin. At natutuwa po ako na itong si James, I'll explain it in English. The thing that I like about him, that's why I would like to help him, is he would like to help the farmer. From a commercial standpoint, investment banker ho, pwede na namin pagbili ito ng malaking
From a
halaga.
commercial standpoint, yes.
Pero baka hindi dalhin dito sa Pilipinas.
Oo nga.
Baka dalhin sa ibang bansa, then padala yung produkto.
Ang daming pwede pagdalan. Thailand, pwede yung pagdala niya.
Nililigawan siya ng lahat. So sabi ko,
Vietnam.
maganda ang Pilipinas. The Philippines is beautiful. Mabait at magaling ang Pilipino. So come with us.
Agree ako doon.
So that's why he's here.
Yes.
So we would like to thank him for
Of course.
this. Yes.
So,
and our other partners who are joining us.
you have a partner here who's running the farm?
Yeah, he owns the farm.
He owns the farm.
He is actually an investment banker. He's a farmer as a hobby.
As a hobby. All right.
But we kept stopping by his place, talking about this. So he became a Kiko convert.
All right. That's round of applause for former Congressman Rene. Palakpakan natin, Rene Diaz, mga kaibigan, who's also active ba dyan sa Kiko Technology. At marami pa tayong malalaman in the next weeks to come, mga kaibigan. Mas marami tayong matututunan tungkol dito. And also, with us, I'd like to give him a chance also to say goodbye to you is James Osugi. Mga kaibigan, American po siya. Born in the United States with Japanese descent, mga kaibigan. And he's founder ng Kiko Technology, formerly from NASA. Mga kaibigan, is no other than James Happy Osugi. You have a happy disposition.
Thank you very much. I do have a happy disposition.
Yes, sir.
Closing statement.
Anyway, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present the Kiko Technology to your viewers. And for me, as a scientist, as a founder here, we have a gift. Really, it's a gift. And my goal is to share this gift with as many people as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And thanks, Rene. We're going to start with NETV-CH48. We'll start with the farmers here. We'll use this as a base, as a showroom, and we'll slowly move out into other provinces here throughout the Philippines. Not just with rice, across many, many applications, as we discussed today.
All right.
Thanks very much.
All right. That's James Osugi, mga kaibigan, founder of Kiko Technology. Kasama po ni Rene Diaz. At talagang, mga kaibigan, you have a gift for me, right?
Yes, I have a gift for you.
Because, you know, one day I dream of becoming a trumpo. Look at Rene. Natawa bigla. Yan, mga kaibigan. Talagang, kanya-kanyang intindihan yan, ha? Alam mo, si Rene, talagang, kanya-kanyang intindihan, mga kaibigan. At talagang, wow, talagang, actually, Rene, that's really very, and fortunately,
Bibigyan ka na.
oh, thank you.
That's the same as these little cartridges. It's a little gift.
In Japanese, they say, Harigato
Arigato
gozaimasu. All right. It's color blue.
Yes. I wonder why.
All right, mga kaibigan, thank you. This is Kiko Technology for you, mga kaibigan. Revolutionizing agriculture. Dahil talagang makatulong po sa mga magsasaka, sa mga nagpapalaki rin ng isda tulad ng tilapia, at kasama na rin ang mga magugulay. Kaya onion farmers at saka mga tumana, lalong-lalo na sa budang-gandang bayan ng Peñaranda na napakaraming nanonood. Kiko Technology, mga kaibigan, marami pa kayong matututunan sa mga darating na mga linggo.